Yes, good afternoon, students. Students, yesterday we have studied three parts of this chapter, The Tiger King, and by now you come to know, or you know, that after listening to the astrology or the prediction about his death, the Tiger King was resolved, was determined that he will kill 100 tigers, right? So first thing was what he did. If you get the question, he banned tiger killing for anyone else, means only he will kill tigers in the king of Pratibandhapuram, in the kingdom of Pratibandhapuram, and he did. One thing. Second thing, when a British officer wanted or sought permission to kill a tiger and wanted to be photographed with the carcass, dead body of that particular tiger, the permission was denied. Even after that, the British officer sent a message that okay, fine, killing would be done by the Tiger King. He just wanted only to be photographed. Okay, that permission was also denied to the British officer, and just in order to make that British officer happy, he sent diamond rings. Okay, so this was the portion till now that we have studied. Now, does he face any other hurdle in his mission of killing 100 tigers? Right, because his mission was to kill 100 tigers. Now, come on to the fourth part. The Maharaja's tiger hunts continued to be highly successful, and within 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers. And then, means his mission 70% was complete. He had killed 70 tigers. But then an unforeseen hurdle, a problem, a stoppage in his mission, that is called hurdle race. You might know the meaning of hurdle. So there was an unforeseen hurdle. Unforeseen means he had not thought over, or nobody has thought over that this problem would arise. And what was that hurdle? That an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to a standstill, to a stop. What was the hurdle? See, if you get a question, 2 mark question on an unforeseen hurdle, your answer would be that the tiger population became extinct in the forests of Pratibandhapuram. See, students, you may get a question connecting this problem with today's problem also. That the tiger population was at the verge of extinction, that the government also has banned tiger killing. Okay, and every effort is being made so that the tiger population in our country increases. So you should know that. Now, this was the problem, that the tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandhapuram. Who knows whether the tigers practiced birth control or committed harakiri? This is just a fun fact added by the author, that who knows why the tiger population was over or was extinct in the forest of Pratibandhapuram. Either the tigers, they were practicing birth control, means they were not giving birth to another tiger or tigress, or they just committed harakiri, suicide. This is again a satire on the system, that because of tiger hunting, excessive tiger hunting, the tiger population in our country has declined. It is not that the tigers, they practice birth control or something like that. Okay. Now come on to the lesson, or simply the tigers, they have ran away from the state. Which state here it is referred? State of Pratibandhapuram, because they desired to be shot by British hands alone, means they did not want to be shot at by uh, the Maharaja or the Tiger King. Now, one day, The Maharaja sent for the Diwan, again sent for. Yesterday I also told you, when we sent for somebody means we are called. So the Maharaja was called for. Maharaja called the Diwan. Diwan Sahib, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine? He asked, brandishing his gun, just holding his gun in a manner of, in a very proud manner, brandishing his gun. He asked the Diwan, don't you still know that I have killed only 70 tigers and 30 still remain to be killed? Shuddering, frightened, afraid, that is shuddering. So, shuddering at the sight of the gun, the Diwan cried out, Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. Why are you brandishing your gun? Why are you showing me your gun? I am not a tiger. The Maharaja says, which idiot would call you a tiger? Then he says, he here means Diwan says, no, I am not a gun. The Maharaja, the Tiger King replied, you are neither tiger nor gun, Diwan Sahib. I summoned you here. I called you here for a different purpose. I have decided to get married, and that is why I have called you. The Diwan began to babble even more. Babble means to speak in such manner which is not clear to the listener. Okay, to talk very quickly. So, babbling is a sort of talking. Okay. The Diwan began to babble even more. Your Majesty, I have already two wives. And if I marry you, my God, don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What I want is a tiger. This was the king's reply. That don't get confused. I want a tiger. I don't want to marry you. Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married to the sword. If you like, marry the gun. A tiger king is more than enough for this state. It does not need a tiger queen as well. So, what was again the demand that he thought wrong? That he thought that king wanted a tiger to get married to a tiger. So he says, Your Majesty had married to a sword. See, there is some custom that there is some problem with the real marriage. So people get married with some a particular thing or a tree or an animal. So this had been practiced in our country, and on this very reason, the one said that, Sir Maharaj, your ancestors were married to a sword, and in that manner, if you want, you marry a gun. You are already a tiger king. We do not need a tiger queen. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. He started laughing. Then he clarified in a very humble way. He says, I am not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings only. Means I also want to marry a girl. First, but the condition is again, you may get a question on this. So, first, the condition is that you may draw. Who is you here? The Diwan. You draw up statistics of tiger population in the different native states. Means first you draw a statistics of what, of number of tigers in different various nearby states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the in that royal family. Means two conditions. First, there should be a girl of a marriageable age in a particular princely state, in a particular royal family, and secondly, that particular state should have large number of what, tigers. So he says, if I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. The Diwan followed his order, obviously. It was ordered by the king. So the Diwan followed his order. He found the right girl from a state which possessed a large number of tigers. Maharaja Jung Jung Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father in law, and in this manner, 99 tiger skins adorned the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandhapuram palace. So, only one was left. 99 tiger skins. Again, this is a satire, बच्चे, irony. That 99 tiger skins, they were adorned, they were displayed on the walls or in the reception hall of the Pratibandhapuram state. This is an irony, this is a satire that people used to kill or hunt tigers, and they used to show their tiger skin as if that they have done something very brave. Okay, this is what basically inherently or intently the author wants to point out. Superficially, it is just in the story that the Tiger King has killed 99 tigers. That means only one was remaining to be killed, and his mission would be complete, and he would defy the astrology or the prediction of that astrologer. Okay, he will prove it wrong. Now come on to the fifth question, sorry, of this chapter. The Maharaja's anxiety, that worry reached a fever high pitch. He was more worried. Okay. So what is the line that the author has used? That the Maharaja's anxiety, that worry reached a fever pitch. A lot of excitement was there when there remained just one tiger to achieve his tally of 100. He had this one thought during the day and the same dream at night. But by this time, the tiger farms had run dry even in his father in law's kingdom. Means 70 he killed in his own kingdom, 29 he killed in his father in law's kingdom. Now it became impossible to locate tiger anywhere now. Yet only one more was needed. If he could just kill that one single beast, single animal, the Maharaja would have no fears left, and he could give up tiger hunting altogether. But he had to be extremely careful. Why? Because that was the 100 tiger, and prediction was that he would be killed by the 100 tiger. So he had to be extremely careful with that last tiger. What had the late chief astrologer said? Means by now, word late, late, late has been used with the chief astrologer. That means the chief astrologer has died. So what that late chief astrologer has said, that even after killing 99 tigers, the Maharaja should beware of the 100. True enough, the tiger was a savage beast, a wild beast after all. One had to be wary of it, very careful of it. But where was the 100 tiger to be found? That was the question. It seemed easier to find tiger's milk than a live tiger. Uh, Thus, the Maharaja was sunk in gloom. Gloom is sadness. Okay, sank, sunk. Okay, so he was all the more very much very deep in gloom. He was sunk in gloom. But very soon came the happy news which dispelled the gloom, dispelled the darkness. Means his gloom was gone, his sadness was gone for a while. And what news that dispelled his gloom? To my question, that the news that dispelled his gloom was that in his own state, sheep began to disappear frequently, very quickly from a hillside village. From one village, the sheep began to disappear. So, what was the good news in it? Maybe because there must be a tiger, and the tiger used to hunt sheep for its own food. Okay, so the tiger was not easily. Okay, it was first ascertained, it was first thought or concluded that this was not the work of Khader Milan Sahib or Virasamy Naikar, both famed for their ability to swallow sheep whole. Swallow sheep whole. This is again means ki maybe it was not the work of these two people who have been named in this paragraph. Means they have not cooked that sheep and have it in a diet, because those people who enjoy non-vegetarian food, they can eat it. So obviously it was ascertained that they have not eaten that sheep. So a tiger was at work, surely. This was guessed that the sheep population was declining. That means the tiger was there at its own work. The tiger was killing sheep for its own food. The villagers ran to inform the Maharaja. The Maharaja announced a 3-year exemption from all taxes for that village and set out on the hunt at once. The Maharaja said, "Ki, okay, if you find the tiger, the taxes for 3 years would be exempted." Means the people or the villagers would not have to pay taxes, not for a single year, but 3 years taxes were exempted. The tiger was not easily found. It seemed as if it had wantonly hid itself in order to flout the Maharaja's will. It seemed that the tiger had wantonly, means deliberately, on its own, अपनी मर्जी से it had hid some where else in order to flout that Maharaja's will, Maharaja's mercy or eagerness. The Maharaja was equally determined. Obviously, he had to kill 100 tigers, so he refused to leave the forest until the tiger was found. As the days passed, the Maharaja's anger, his fury, and obstinacy, he was obstinate. His obstinacy mounted alarmingly, and many officers lost their job. Okay, so Maharaja was very angry and very obviously very he was very obstinate. Obstinate means he was determined. You can say that he was insistent on the fact that first he will kill the 100 tiger, then only he will pay attention towards other work. So that his obstinacy also mounted, reached a high peak alarmingly, and many officers lost their job because they were not able to find the 100 tiger for the king, and that is why many officers in his kingdom also lost their jobs. Now, one day, when his rage, when his anger was at its height, the Maharaja called the Diwan and ordered him to double the land tax forthwith. From that day, he ordered that the land tax would be doubled. So, again, a punishment for the general public. The people became very discontented, dissatisfied, unhappy. This is what the Diwan said, that people will become discontented, then our state too will fall a prey to the Indian National Congress. That time, Indian National Congress was cropping up. So the Diwan said that, Your Majesty, then our princely state, our state which is ruled by you, ruled by a king, would come under Indian National Congress. In that case, you may resign from your post, said the king. If you are arguing in such manner, then you resign from your post. I will appoint another Diwan. The Diwan went home convinced that if the Maharaja did not find the tiger soon, the result could be very catastrophic. Yes, catastrophic means the result could be very dangerous, very negative. He felt life returning to him only when he saw the tiger, which had been brought from the People's Park in Madras and kept hidden in his house. But to the rescue of the Diwan, this is a very strange fact. The Diwan himself had a tiger in his own home. From where had he brought that tiger? To my question, he had brought that tiger from People's Park in Madras, nowadays Chennai, and had kept hidden that tiger in his house. So that tiger was a sigh of relief for him. Why? Because now he wanted to project that tiger as the 100 tiger before the king. Right? So at midnight, when the town slept in peace, the Diwan and his aged wife dragged the tiger to the car and shoved it into the seat. Okay, shoved it into the means pushed the tiger into the seat means into the car. On the seat of the car, the Diwan himself drove the car straight to the forest where the Maharaja was hunting. When they reached the forest, the tiger launched its satyagraha and refused to get out of the car, did not want to get out of the car. The Diwan was thoroughly exhausted of all his energy. His energy was finished in his effort to haul the beast, to take out the beast out of the car and push it down to the ground. So this was what the Diwan did. Why? In order to save his job. Okay. Now whether the king was able to fulfill his mission, that we will study in the next edition. Okay.